Vanessa Laine Cornejo was born on May 5, 1982 in Los Angeles, California. From the very beginning, life was anything but easy. Raised by her mother, Sofia, who had immigrated from Mexico, Vanessa grew up watching her mother struggle to provide for their small family. With her father absent from her life, she learned the meaning of resilience at a young age. Sofia worked tirelessly as a shipping clerk, doing whatever it took to make ends meet. For years, they lived with Vanessa's aunt, sharing a modest space, barely scraping by. Despite the hardships, Vanessa's childhood was filled with dreams. She wanted more than just survival. She wanted success, respect, and a life far from the financial struggles that defined her early years. Everything changed when her mother remarried. Stephen Laine, a middle manager at an electronics company, gave the family more stability, and Vanessa took his last name, becoming Vanessa Laine. They moved into a house in Garden Grove, finally stepping away from the uncertainty that had shadowed them for years. With a fresh start, Vanessa focused on her education at Marina High School in Huntington Beach. She was bright, ambitious, and determined to carve out a future for herself. But high school wasn't just about academics. It was a stepping stone to something bigger. She had a natural confidence, a striking beauty, and an undeniable presence. It wasn't long before she caught the attention of the entertainment industry. In 1999, at just 17 years old, Vanessa's life took an unexpected turn. While attending a hip-hop concert, she and a friend were approached by talent scouts, offering them a chance to work as extras in music videos. It was an opportunity Vanessa couldn't pass up. Soon, she found herself on sets, working alongside some of the biggest names in the music industry. She appeared in several videos, including projects with Snoop Dogg and Crazy Bone. The fast-paced, glamorous world of entertainment was opening its doors to her, and she was ready to step in. Her mother, protective and cautious, made sure she was always by her side during shoots. Vanessa was young, but she wasn't naive. She understood the risks of the industry and stayed grounded, never losing sight of her goals. What started as a small opportunity quickly turned into something more. She was no longer just a girl from Garden Grove. She was on the path to something extraordinary. Then came the moment that changed everything. In November 1999, she was cast as a background dancer for a music video shoot in Los Angeles. The production was nothing out of the ordinary until a young NBA star walked onto the set. He wasn't just any athlete. He was already one of the most promising players in the league. At just 21 years old, Kobe Bryant was at the height of his rising fame, dabbling in music alongside his basketball career. When their paths crossed, something sparked instantly. What followed was a whirlwind romance that captivated the media and sent shockwaves through Vanessa's world. She wasn't just a high school senior anymore. She was about to become part of a story that no one could have predicted. Her life changed forever when a young NBA superstar walked onto the set of a music video. The moment Kobe Bryant saw Vanessa Laine, everything changed. It was November 1999, and she was just 17 years old, working as a background dancer on the set of a music video. Kobe, already a rising NBA star, was there working on his rap album, exploring his love for music outside of basketball. He had fame, talent, and the world at his feet, but when he saw Vanessa, he was captivated. Despite the chaos of the set, Kobe made sure to get her attention. He was confident, charming, and persistent. Vanessa, still in high school, had no idea that her life was about to take a dramatic turn. Their connection was instant. Electric. Over the next few weeks, they talked on the phone for hours, bonding over their shared dreams and ambitions. Kobe was used to the attention of fans and admirers, but Vanessa was different. She wasn't just impressed by his status, she saw him for who he was. Their relationship moved quickly, and before long, the media caught on. Paparazzi swarmed Marina High School, desperate to get a glimpse of the girl who had stolen Kobe Bryant's heart. It became impossible for her to have a normal teenage life. The attention was overwhelming, and Vanessa made the difficult decision to finish her senior year through independent study. She walked away from the traditional high school experience, stepping into a world of flashing cameras, scrutiny, and endless speculation. By the time she turned 18, it was clear this wasn't just a casual romance. Kobe was deeply in love, and he didn't care what anyone thought. In May 2000, just 6 months after the meeting, he proposed. He presented her with a stunning $100,000 engagement ring, a symbol of his devotion. But not everyone was thrilled. Kobe's family was firmly against the relationship. His parents, sisters, and longtime advisor all refused to support the engagement. They believed he was too young, too successful, and had too much at stake to marry so soon. But Kobe didn't waver. Against their wishes, he moved forward with his plans to marry Vanessa, proving that nothing would stand in the way of their love. On April 18, 2001, Vanessa and Kobe exchanged vows in a private Catholic ceremony in Dana Point, California. It was a beautiful, intimate moment, but there was one glaring absence: Kobe's family. They refused to attend, cutting ties with him over his decision. The media picked up on the controversy, fueling stories of a family feud that would last for years. Still, Vanessa stood by Kobe's side, unwavering in her support. She wasn't just the wife of an NBA superstar, she was his rock. She endured the public scrutiny, the relentless paparazzi, and the pressure of being in the spotlight. Their love story was far from ordinary, but for Kobe and Vanessa, nothing else mattered. As they settled into married life, the world watched closely. They had proven their love was real, but marriage, especially one under the microscope of fame, came with its own set of struggles. As their love grew, so did the challenges they faced together. Being married to an NBA superstar was never going to be easy. Vanessa Bryant quickly learned that loving Kobe meant sharing him with the world. The constant travel, the relentless media attention, the adoring fans. There was no privacy, no quiet moments away from the spotlight. Every part of their marriage was public, analyzed, and dissected. But Vanessa, young and determined, stood by Kobe through it all. She wasn't just his wife, she was his anchor. Yet, even the strongest marriages are tested. In 2003, just 2 years after their wedding, Kobe's name was splashed across headlines for all the wrong reasons. He was accused of sexual assault in Colorado, and in an instant, the perfect image of their marriage was shattered. Cameras followed Vanessa everywhere, reporters questioned her loyalty, and the world waited to see if she would leave. Instead, she showed up beside Kobe at a press conference, holding his hand and supporting him as he denied the allegations. And then came the moment no one could forget, the tearful apology. Kobe admitted to being unfaithful. He spoke about his love for Vanessa, about his regret, about the pain he had caused. And then, as if to prove that love could withstand even the worst storms, he gave Vanessa an 8-carat purple diamond ring worth $4 million. The media called it an apology gift. Vanessa called it a symbol of their strength. She chose to stay, but the damage had been done. For years, the cracks in their marriage were hidden from public view. Vanessa played her role as the devoted wife, raising their daughters, standing courtside at Lakers games, and supporting Kobe through every victory and every loss. But behind closed doors, the pressure was mounting. The love was still there, but so was the weight of past betrayals. In 2011, after a decade of marriage, Vanessa made a decision that shocked everyone. She filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. Fans were stunned. After everything they had endured, was this the end? The media frenzy was immediate. Speculation ran wild. Had Kobe's past finally caught up with him? Was the NBA lifestyle too much? Was Vanessa simply done fighting for a marriage that seemed doomed from the start? For nearly 2 years, the world believed their love story was over, but then something changed. In 2013, Vanessa called off the divorce. She and Kobe reconciled, proving once again that their bond was stronger than the chaos surrounding them. They emerged from the turmoil closer than ever, more determined to rebuild their family. And Kobe, always known as a fierce competitor on the court, became just as committed to proving himself as a husband and father. He publicly praised Vanessa, spoke about their love, and made it clear that his family was his priority. Gone was the reckless young superstar who had once made headlines for all the wrong reasons. In his place stood a man dedicated to his wife and daughters. Together, they silenced the doubters. Their marriage wasn't perfect, but it had survived scandals, betrayals, and near collapse. They had rebuilt what was broken. They had found their way back to each other. But just when it seemed they had it all, the unthinkable happened. January 26, 2020, a day that shook the world. It started as an ordinary morning, but within hours the news spread like wildfire. Kobe Bryant, a five-time NBA champion, a global icon, a devoted father, was gone. The details were unthinkable. A helicopter crash in the hills of Calabasas. 9 lives were lost. And among them, Gianna Bryant, just 13 years old, full of dreams, full of promise. For Vanessa Bryant, the nightmare was beyond comprehension. One moment she was a wife and mother of 4. The next, she was a widow, a grieving mother, and the sole guardian of her family's legacy. The weight of it all was unbearable. The pain is unspeakable. The world watched as she disappeared from the public eye, mourning in silence while millions of fans, friends, and celebrities expressed their shock and sorrow. Tributes poured in from every corner of the globe. Murals of Kobe and Gianna appeared overnight in Los Angeles, New York, Manila, and beyond. The NBA dedicated games, players wept, and thousands gathered outside the Staples Center, leaving flowers, jerseys, handwritten letters, and candles. The loss was not just Vanessa's, it belonged to the world. But no one could feel it the way she did. Then came the moment the world held its breath, Vanessa's first public words. When she spoke, she wasn't just a grieving widow, she was a mother who had lost her child, a woman whose life had been ripped apart. Her words were raw, heartbreaking, yet filled with unimaginable strength. She thanked the world for their love, but made it clear, no tribute, no amount of condolences could ever fill the void Kobe and Gianna left behind. In her sorrow, Vanessa was forced to take on a new role, protector of Kobe's name, his business empire, and his unfinished dreams. She filed lawsuits against the helicopter company, fought legal battles over leaked crash photos, and demanded accountability. But beyond the courtroom, she was fighting an even bigger battle, keeping Kobe and Gianna's legacy alive. She stepped up, not because she wanted to, but because she had to. She rebranded the Mamba Sports Foundation, renaming it the Mamba and Mambacita Sports Foundation, in honor of both Kobe and Gianna. She launched projects to support young female athletes, ensuring Gianna's dream of playing in the WNBA would never be forgotten. For a woman who had spent decades standing in Kobe's shadow, Vanessa was now standing on her own. The grief would never fade, the pain would never soften, but she refused to let tragedy define her. In the wake of tragedy, Vanessa had to pick up the pieces and move forward. Losing Kobe and Gianna was an unimaginable heartbreak, but for Vanessa Bryant, grief did not come with the luxury of slowing down. In the days that followed the tragedy, she wasn't just mourning, she was stepping into a role she never anticipated. Overnight, she became the guardian of a billion-dollar empire, responsible for ensuring that everything Kobe built would not just survive, but thrive. At the time of his passing, Kobe Bryant's estate was valued at over $600 million. His investments stretched far beyond basketball, real estate, venture capital, and Granity Studios, the media company he founded to tell stories of perseverance and greatness. With Kobe gone, every business, every deal, every financial decision now rested on Vanessa's shoulders. She could have handed it off to advisors and allowed someone else to control it, but that was never an option. This was Kobe's legacy, and no one was going to protect it better than her. One of her first major battles was in the courtroom. The trauma of losing her husband and daughter was compounded when she discovered that first responders had taken and leaked unauthorized photos of the crash site. Vanessa was relentless in seeking justice. She took on the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, fought against powerful institutions, and won. The $28,850,000 settlement she received wasn't just about money. It was about accountability, about ensuring no other family would suffer the same invasion of privacy. Beyond the legal fights, she also had to make crucial decisions about Kobe's business empire. Granity Studios, the company that had helped Kobe win an Academy Award for his short film Dear Basketball, was now hers to lead. Under her direction, the company continued to produce inspiring content, ensuring that Kobe's passion for storytelling and motivation lived on. At the same time, she became the steward of Kobe's massive endorsement deals. Nike, one of the most valuable partnerships of Kobe's career, initially ended their contract after his passing, but Vanessa refused to let that be the end. She negotiated a new deal, bringing the Kobe brand back to Nike, ensuring his sneakers would continue to inspire the next generation of athletes. She also took control of Kobe's investment in body armor, a deal that started as a $6 million investment and turned into a $400 million payout. Every decision she made proved one thing: Vanessa Bryant was not just Kobe's wife, she was a force of her own. Through it all, she never lost sight of her most important role, being a mother. She was raising 3 daughters, all while managing an empire built by a man who was no longer there. The weight of responsibility was immense, but she carried it with grace. She was fighting for Kobe's name, for Gianna's memory, for the future of her family. But Vanessa's journey wasn't just about managing Kobe's fortune. She was determined to honor his name in ways that mattered. After losing both Kobe and Gianna, Vanessa Bryant had every reason to retreat from the world, but instead she chose to fight for something bigger than herself. She knew their legacy wasn't just about trophies, fame, or financial success. It was about impact. Kobe had always been more than an athlete. He was a mentor, a leader, and an advocate for young athletes, especially women in sports. Gianna, following in his footsteps, had dreams of playing in the WNBA, inspiring a new generation of female basketball players. Vanessa made sure those dreams didn't die with them. One of her first acts was renaming the Mamba Sports Foundation to the Mamba and Mambacita Sports Foundation, a move that cemented Gianna's name alongside her father's. The foundation wasn't just about honoring them. It was about creating real opportunities for young athletes, particularly girls, to have access to the resources, training, and mentorship they needed. Vanessa expanded its reach, ensuring that young women in sports, who often lack the same support as their male counterparts, had the tools to succeed. Her advocacy for youth sports didn't stop there. In 2021, she launched the Mambacita clothing line, a partnership that not only honored Gianna's memory but also funded the foundation. The designs, inspired by Gianna's love for basketball and fierce determination, became an instant hit, with proceeds going directly toward supporting young female athletes. It wasn't just about selling merchandise, it was about carrying forward Gianna's spirit in a tangible way. Vanessa also became deeply involved in Baby to Baby, a nonprofit organization that provides essential items to children living in poverty. She didn't just lend her name, she worked behind the scenes, helping raise millions of dollars for families in need. In 2021, she was honored with a philanthropy award at the Baby to Baby Gala, a moment that highlighted her growing influence beyond the basketball world. She had gone from Kobe's supportive wife to a powerful philanthropist in her own right. But her reach extended far beyond sports and charity events. She became a driving force in women's empowerment, using her platform to uplift other widows, mothers, and young girls who looked up to her. Whether it was fighting for equal pay in women's sports or ensuring underprivileged children had access to education, Vanessa was relentless in making sure her work had meaning. The global impact of her initiatives was undeniable. Schools, training programs, and scholarships were created in Kobe and Gianna's names, and young athletes across the world wore their jerseys as symbols of hope. Vanessa had taken tragedy and turned it into purpose, proving that true legacy isn't about what you achieve, it's about what you leave behind. Beyond charity, Vanessa is also making waves in the world of luxury and real estate. Vanessa Bryant doesn't just live in luxury, she owns it. After inheriting Kobe's multi-million-dollar real estate portfolio, she became the sole owner of some of the most exclusive properties in California. But these weren't just lavish homes. They were symbols of the life she built with Kobe, places filled with memories of their family, their triumphs, and their most private moments away from the spotlight. Managing these estates wasn't just about wealth, it was about preserving a legacy. One of the most breathtaking properties in her portfolio is the Newport Coast Mansion, a sprawling estate perched in one of the most prestigious gated communities in Orange County. This 500-square-foot home was Kobe's sanctuary, a place where he could escape the chaos of fame. With panoramic ocean views, marble floors, a state-of-the-art gym, and a luxurious infinity pool, it was nothing short of a palace. This was the home where Vanessa and Kobe raised their daughters, celebrating birthdays, anniversaries, and quiet family moments away from the cameras. After his passing, Vanessa chose to keep this property. It wasn't just real estate. It was home. But this wasn't the only gem in their collection. Kobe and Vanessa also owned a Mediterranean-style estate in Pacific Palisades known for its antique architecture and stunning design. Spanning over 100 square feet, the mansion boasted grand chandeliers, custom wood paneling, a home theater, and a private tennis court. One of its standout features was a sports bar and fully equipped gym, reflecting Kobe's dedication to fitness and relaxation. After Kobe's passing, Vanessa made the strategic decision to sell the estate for over $6 million, choosing to consolidate their properties and focus on the homes that meant the most to her family. Another key property in Vanessa's portfolio was a sleek and modern home in Irvine, California, one of Kobe's investment purchases. This 2,400 square foot residence was a masterclass in elegance, featuring a gourmet kitchen, marble countertops, and an outdoor patio with a fire pit and jacuzzi. While smaller than their other properties, it was a perfect example of Kobe's smart real estate investments. Vanessa later sold the home for a significant profit, proving that she wasn't just maintaining Kobe's empire, she was expanding it. Beyond these well-known properties, Vanessa has continued to explore real estate investments, ensuring that Kobe's financial legacy remains strong. Whether it's buying, selling, or holding on to key properties, she has proven herself to be a shrewd and strategic investor. Every move she makes is calculated not just for wealth, but for security, stability, and the future of her family. With wealth and influence comes responsibility. Vanessa's presence in the financial world is stronger than ever. Vanessa Bryant is not just managing Kobe's fortune, she's expanding it. After inheriting an estate worth over $600 million, she took control of the vast financial empire Kobe built over decades. But rather than simply preserving his wealth, Vanessa made strategic decisions that solidified her position as a financial powerhouse. One of Kobe's most brilliant investments was Body Armor, the sports drink company he backed in 2014 with a $6 million investment. At the time, few could have predicted how lucrative this move would be. By 2021, Coca-Cola acquired Body Armor in an $8 billion deal, turning Kobe's initial investment into a staggering $400 million payout for his estate. Vanessa, now in charge of these assets, ensured that the money was reinvested wisely, maintaining the financial security of her family for generations to come. Beyond Body Armor, Kobe had diversified his wealth into venture capital, media, and real estate. He co-founded Bryant Stibel, a venture capital firm that invested in companies like LegalZoom, The Players Tribune, and Epic Games. Under Vanessa's watch, the firm continues to grow, adding to the already massive estate Kobe left behind. Then there's Nike, one of the most lucrative partnerships of Kobe's career. After an initial fallout with the brand following his passing, Vanessa negotiated a new deal in 2022, bringing Kobe's signature sneakers back to the market. This move not only honored his legacy, but also ensured continued revenue from one of the most iconic athlete-brand partnerships in history. Her approach is clear: invest, protect, and expand. From real estate sales to media projects under